If your plants keep struggling in a north-facing window, you're not alone. I used to wonder why my leaves were yellowing, stretching toward the glass, and staying damp for way too long. But once I finally understood how north-facing light behaves, everything changed. This video shows exactly how I transformed my own dim room into a space where low-light plants genuinely thrive. My north-facing room has a very calm kind of brightness. It never gets direct sun, not even for a second, just a soft, steady glow throughout the day. It's peaceful, but it also slows everything down for your plants. The soil stays cool longer. Moisture lingers, leaves stretch toward the window, and the whole room tends to stay cooler, which lowers humidity just enough to bother some plants. Understanding these small differences was the turning point for me. One thing that really helped me was learning how to read the light in my room. North-facing light is steady. No harsh peaks and no sharp shadows. The best way to test it is with your hand. Hold it between the window and a wall. If the shadow looks faint and slightly blurry, that's classic north-facing low light, and it's perfect for the plants we'll talk about later. The biggest shock for me was how slowly the soil dries. I'd think my plants needed water, then to discover the middle was still soaked. North-facing rooms don't have the warmth that speeds evaporation. Even the wall behind a pot or a chilly windowsill keeps moisture trapped longer. Once I understood that, everything suddenly made sense. After a lot of trial and error, this is the watering routine that finally worked for me. Step 1. Always check the moisture before watering. Step 2. Only water when the middle layer feels slightly dry, not bone dry. Step 3. Pour slowly so the soil absorbs evenly. Step 4. Improve airflow around your plants. Even shifting mine forward by 10 centimeters changed how fast the soil dried. Follow these 4 steps and you'll never second-guess watering again. It's a simple routine, but in a low-light room, it honestly makes all the difference. A few simple tools made a huge difference in my north-facing room, like a moisture meter so I'm not guessing the watering. Also, a chunkier potting mix with perlite or pumice, so roots don't sit in heavy soil. Self-aerating pots that lift excess water away from the roots. And a tiny USB fan that I run every few days to refresh the air. One of my favorite tricks is layering plants vertically. Low light doesn't travel far sideways, but it drifts downward beautifully. Floating shelves, slim plant towers, and tension rod hangers helped me use every part of my room without crowding the windowsill. And that's the magic of vertical layering. It turns limited sideways light into usable downward light your plants can actually grow with. These are 8 of the best plants for north-facing rooms. My ZZ plant sits in the darkest corner of my room, and it still puts out new shoots. Once I repotted it into a chunkier mix, the stems became much sturdier. It's truly a low-light champion. My Phytonia, also known as the nerve plant, perked up once I added a simple pebble tray. The leaves stay soft and hydrated in the gentle light. It's small, colorful, and perfect for tucking between other plants. My silver pothos keeps its pattern crisp even in soft, indirect light. Mine trails beautifully over a shelf, and when I propagated cuttings, they rooted surprisingly fast. The rabbit's foot fern surprised me. I'm usually terrible with ferns, but this one handled softer light really well. The fuzzy rhizomes look amazing, and it grows evenly as long as the soil stays lightly moist. My watermelon peperomia stays compact, and the leaf patterns stay sharp, especially when I let the soil dry about halfway. The plump leaves make it great for shelves and smaller spaces. Also, the Milky Way cast iron plant barely noticed the move into my north-facing room. It's slow, steady, and incredibly strong, easily one of the most reliable low-light plants I've ever grown. People underestimate how well snake plants handle low light. Mine grows slowly, but it stays upright, clean, and architectural. It's very beginner-friendly. My classic green ZZ plant has never given me a single problem. It's slow, reliable, and handles long gaps between watering. Perfect if you're busy. The 3 mistakes I see most often are: watering too frequently, placing plants too far from the window, and using pots with no drainage. Avoiding these turns low-light care from frustrating into easy. Some final tips for thriving low-light plants are: consistency matters more than intensity. Rotate your pots every couple of weeks. Move slower growers closer to the window. Keep the watering rhythm steady. Small habits make a big difference in a room that never gets direct sun. If you learned something new today, tap that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want step-by-step tools, printables, and low-light plant tips, head over to smallspacesprouts.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.